Hi, your elder millennial mom here. You can call me Yem. Today I am reviewing Hello Kitty Adventure Island Deluxe Edition. If you don't know me, which you probably don't yet. I am a parent and an educator, and I think it's really important that parents are able to have some information about the games that their kids, especially younger kids, are going to be playing. So Hello Kitty Adventure Island Deluxe Edition is a third-player game, and it was first released in 2023 for the Apple Arcade, and then came out at the beginning of 2025 on the Nintendo Switch, on the PC, and for the PlayStation 5. One of the questions that parents asked me was, how are you going to save a game? So I have 3 kids, and they all want to be able to play their own game and not have to start where their sibling left off. So in this game, each individual profile for the Nintendo Switch can have 3 loaded games. So I am going to start out with this game. The game begins with Hello Kitty on an airplane, and she then says to freshen up because we're about to land at our island. This is a time where you get to create your own character. So this is my oldest daughter's favorite thing to do. She's 9. She loves making a character. She spent a significant amount of time making her own character. I also love to make a character. So pretty cute. So you start out on an airplane and you are making your way to a mysterious island, and you have a variety of Sanrio characters that are on the plane with you. For some of us who grew up in the 90s, these characters will be possibly familiar and maybe more adorable than they were back then. So this game begins with you jumping off an airplane with balloons and making your way to this mystery island where you will make friends and complete challenges. The storyline of this game is that your character is trying to discover and find other friends that are missing on the island and expose some of the mysteries that are involved behind the clouded areas of this map. In order to do that, you actually go and unlock quests and develop your friendships. In this game, some of the values that are promoted are friendship building, as well as collaboration and working together. So to progress in the game, one of the things that you need to do is to give gifts to your friends or new friends. And as you do that, your friendship will increase. Now, I don't think that is the only way to make friends in the real world, but that is how this game is going about making friends, is by giving gifts. You also go around and help people with tasks, which is another way to make friends. As you continue to give different gifts, your friendship levels will grow, and you start out at a level 1 friend. So I will become a level 1 friend with my Melody. Something else that parents wanted to know about was the conflict in the game. So this game, it has some conflict. The conflict is mostly in trying to solve a mystery, so the player versus the environment. some conflict arises when different characters, when you want to unlock something. So here you go. I cannot swim because I do not have the flippers yet. And because I do not have the flippers, that might cause some conflict with kids who might not want to play the game if they cannot progress and get the flippers. So I will show you my son played, and he kept trying to go into the water and got pretty frustrated that he didn't have the flippers and really wanted to know how to get the flippers. Something else that parents want to know about often is how stimulating is this game. So this game, it has very bright colors. So it is visually stimulating in a color sense, but it doesn't have a lot of flashing elements. It doesn't have a lot of chaotic scene changes. And it's pretty predictable in the character movements. The characters aren't jerking around, and is generally pretty slow and calm. The music is also a calm soundtrack. Parents really want to know about is how frustrating they will be for both the kids and the parents. So in this game, if your kids cannot read yet, there is a significant amount of reading that you will need to do throughout the game, because you are trying to complete quests and you're trying to talk to your friends, and there's a variety of options for you to choose, as well as being able to progress in the game. You are just trying to let your kids play the game by themselves so you can have some time to do something else, which is totally valid. This probably isn't going to be the game for you. If you would like to use this time to connect with your kids, to use it almost as a story, like an interactive story, then this would be a really great game for that, because it has positive values and gives you some time to progress in the story together. Another potential frustration in this game is that if your kids do not know how to read and don't want to follow the guiding light to complete quests, then they won't make very much progress in this game, because they won't be able to unlock certain aspects of it, like different buildings and the ability to swim and all sorts of other things that are unlocked through completing quests and building friendships. I had my 6-year-old play this, and he does not know how to read yet, and he went onto the game and he just immediately wanted to start exploring, which makes so much sense because it's a new world. He's used to exploring in games. Well, he got pretty frustrated because there were these flippers that he didn't know how to get. Here, my son really wants to go check out and find a friend in a different part of the game, but he also wasn't willing to read through the story and make friends with the different characters. So I could see this being a potential struggle point for him if he isn't able to go to the places that he wants because he doesn't want to continue with the story. Another frustration point for parents is often, is this game going to be easy to transition off or not? So in the case of my kids, 2 of them were able to transition off of the game pretty easily when they came to a stopping point after the end of a friendship level up and completing a mini game race. And what's often difficult is transitioning without a very clear end of a level. So this is a very open world with a lot of options and always more things to complete. So it can be frustrating for kids who struggle with transitions to be able to end this game. As far as frustration level goes with some of the game mechanics, players will easily be able to access talking to characters by seeing the icons on the bottom right and then which buttons to press to talk to those characters. You can also easily access other aspects of the game, including your phone, which has your map on it. You can turn on and off the guiding light on your phone, and by pressing the exclamation point and then turn off show guide, that will make it so that you can actually don't have to follow the guide if you don't want to. And you can also access your quests in the same area in your bag, in your phone. Actually, you have your quests, your friends, your achievements, collections, and your map. This would also be a place where you can go and save the game and go back to your main menu. When you click on your bag, you can see your achievements. So there are many achievements that you can do throughout this game, and that actually makes the game go a long time. It's not going to be a game that your kids are going to play for a day or two and complete everything in the game. It's going to take a while for them to make their way through the game. Online safety is of the utmost importance. It is important to note that there is an online feature of this game that is unlocked when you complete a certain friendship quest. And the quest gives you the ability to share an invitation code so that another player, only one player at a time, can come build a cabin in your own Hello Kitty Adventure Island. There is no possibility of chat. It is just the other player can play mini games in your world and build up their cabin and add different features to it. You can emote back and forth to each other, but you can't actually have a conversation. So I think that's a really important aspect of the game and its online capabilities. Something else that parents have come to me and said was, what are the microtransactions like in this game? Are they going to be asking to buy things all the time? And in this game, the answer is no. You could purchase the Hello Kitty Adventure Island non-deluxe edition and then pay an extra $20 or so to upgrade to the deluxe edition. I think that is the only pay possibility in this game beyond the original purchase of the game. So your kids won't be coming up to you and being like, Mom, Dad, can you please spend that $5 to buy that crate that might have a mystery item in there for me? Your elder millennial mom here to round up my review of Hello Kitty Adventure Island. On the cozy to chaos meter, it definitely falls almost all the way on the cozy scale. Some of the strengths of the game are calm, promotes friendship building, promotes working together with your friends, and it's adorable and it's fun to see your friendships grow on the island. So what are the struggles? We've got lots of reading for parents of kids who can't read. We've also got a lot of very brightly colored elements, which could be overstimulating for some kids. And then it's going to take a long time to get through this game. This isn't something that they're going to be playing for just a day or two. This is something that could take them many months to actually progress all the way through. Thank you so much for coming along with me today as I reviewed Hello Kitty Adventure Island. If you would like to see more of my content, please like and subscribe, and I hope to give you a lot more reviews of games for kids from the perspective of an educator and a parent. Have a great day!